Well, welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. We've got some TV news for you in the world of DC. Superman TV series is now rumoured and could be that Metropolis series we'd heard all about. Surprising. Genuinely surprising. So, let's get into this. A Superman TV show has been rumoured for the past 7 months for the CW. Obviously, this is... realistically, it's actually DC's and Warner Brothers' leading network, strangely enough, for their DC properties currently. Because they've cancelled all of their own stuff. So, sadly, the CW is actually leading the way. Now, it also says that it may be replacing the Supergirl series, which hasn't been doing all that well in the ratings. Which, I don't know, I've never watched Supergirl. I don't know if it's any good or anything along those lines. But I will say this. If it was to replace it, you're damn sure there's going to be a whole lot of backlash for that. So, I doubt they're going to replace it. They may, like, blend the two and have Supergirl in with a Superman. Now, it says back in January of 2018, it also saw that it said that plans were underway for a Metropolis series for the DC Universe streaming service, which was just mental because it was going to be set before Superman. Superman wasn't going to be in it. Lex Luthor was going to be in it. And so was Lois Lane. So the most stupidest thing ever. I heard about this. And I mean, look. I'm not surprised by any of this stuff anymore. People are just literally throwing shit at a wall and seeing what sticks. It's like a bunch of chimpanzees down the zoo. Mental. Now, that was described as a live-action drama set prior to Superman arriving in the city of tomorrow, centering on Lois Lane and Lex Luthor. Because they are the most exciting part of Superman. Of course they are. They are... That's why people tune in to watch Superman, isn't it? Apparently, it would document them as they investigate the world of fringe science and expose the city's dark and bizarre secrets. Like what? What? Production was supposed to start later that year, so in 2018, never happened. With the first season consisting of 13 episodes, set to debut in 2019. This was going to be the Gotham executive producer John Stevens and Danny Cannon. Obviously, that's not happened though, so we don't know what's going on with that as yet. Now it says, now a new rumour is claiming that the CW Superman series may actually be titled Metropolis. So it kind of sounds like they have reworked it. Now this is one rumour, courtesy of one person. It's TVO from the Lords of the Longbox. Now, it is a rumour. Straight up rumour. However, we'd heard about Metropolis a lot before from many different people. So there is some legitimacy behind the Metropolis part of it. The other stuff, not so much, currently. But is it likely that they would rework it? Yeah, absolutely. This is the CW, remember? I'm a woman. The Batwoman. Now, they state specifically that there is a new Superman TV series in development for the CW, which will be closer to the Richard Donner movies and in part adopt the Man of Steel John Byrne comics from 1986. Now, interestingly, it's also said that the series is tentatively called Metropolis and is actually from the Arrowverse producer and writer Greg Berlanti, who's also known for developing new shows and content for HBO Max, which is interesting that this is set to be on the CW when we are getting HBO Max, because Warner Brothers, Warner Media is HBO, they own the whole thing. You'd have thought Warner Brothers would just look to aggregate all of their series into one place. Giving a Superman TV series to the CW, that could be a big selling point for an HBO Max subscription. So I'm not sure I believe this. And that's the only reason, really. Warner Brothers and DC don't have the best track record. And like I said, they are literally just flinging shit at a wall and seeing what sticks. But they're very particular about Superman and Batman. Especially being in series. And I doubt they're going to want to let Superman become a big hit on TV. Like a massive, huge hit. I know he's appeared in other things on TV currently. But as a standalone, which may confuse any future prospects of a Man of Steel 2 or a new Superman film, I think that might be unlikely. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think on that? Do you think HBO Max would allow that? Warner Media? Warner Brothers? DC? Would they allow that or not? Now, further details include that it is said the show will cross over with Supergirl, so kind of what I said at the start. So maybe Supergirl isn't getting cancelled. So basically it would kind of... they just amalgamate it into one show, which I can believe. It's the best way to do it, if they were to do it, which I don't think they are, but I think that's how they would do it. And then it will be definitely have a Richard Donner feel to it, which I'm sure a lot of people would love, actually, and will be heavily influenced by John Byrne's work from the 80s DC Comics. Now, in terms of everything else, it's just who will be filling the boots wasn't mentioned, but interestingly enough, Brandon Routh is not only returning as Superman for Crisis on Infinite Earths, but Routh is also getting written out of Legends of Tomorrow. So what does that mean? Not only that, the actor did recently state that he is actually in training for the role specifically as well. So interesting, right? Maybe Brandon Routh will be Superman for the Metropolis series, which could be pretty cool. Again, is it confusing? Maybe. Maybe. Now they go on and say, of course, the other possibility is that Tyler Hoechlin fills the role, as Hoechlin is the Superman from the Supergirl universe, which, if they're going to have Supergirl tie into it, that would make sense. It would at least keep some kind of canon and lore to the universe that they've already established. Now, regardless of who they go with, either one would be great for the role. I agree with that. Either or. Either or. They've both got the chin. They've both got the little cowlick curl. Fine. Who cares? I will say this, though. Metropolis, as a series about Lois Lane and Lex Luthor. Get Out. That is atrocious. Jasper, you agree? Jasper agrees. Awful idea. Lex Luthor and Lois Lane are not incredibly compelling characters by themselves. In partnership with someone like Superman, all for it, absolutely great. No worries with respect to that at all. But standalone, no, don't do it. Do not do it, Warner Media. Do not do it, CW. You're pissing money away at that point. Or maybe they're going to do it because it's a tax break, who knows. But like, I digress. Tyler Hoechlin, Brandon Routh as Superman. Yeah, they both can play the role. I just highly doubt this is true because, like I say, Warner Media, Warner Brothers, DC, they're not... If they're about to launch HBO Max. If they are going to put a Superman TV show anywhere, it would be on HBO Max because it's a big selling point for the studio, for the company. They are very, very careful with respect to what they do with Superman and Batman as properties. You only have to take a look at, say, Gotham to know that. They are very particular. And even Titans, for instance. Even Titans. They're very, very, very particular. They hold everything really close to their chest. So these are two characters which I highly doubt will be getting TV series spin-offs. They will appear here and there. But as a whole spin-off, standalone, I just can't see it. I genuinely just can't see it. But like I said, I'll hand it on over to you. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a like and please do share it. And if you're new here, consider hitting subscribe. And if you turn the bell notifications on, which you really should because YouTube sucks at notifying people even if they are subscribed, then you can stay up to date on the world of pop culture and movie news. If you like what I'm doing here on the channel, then please do check out my Patreon page, which is linked down below in the description box, along with my brand new merch line, The Joke's On You, which is Joker-inspired merch. Ha ha ha, pun intended. Go check it out. A lot of people really, really loving it. There's a huge, wide variety, so please do go check it out. That's linked down below in the description. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I've been Mr. H. Take care.